Now that I've assigned all the permissions, let's check out the vCenter environment, what's already been deployed, and then we're going to add the side range for an external storage, which is going to provide us with 2 new subnets in the environment, as well as 2 new VM kernel adapters per ESXi host. So I navigate to my SCDC, go to my VMware credentials page, and then copy the web client URL. I go to my jump host, which has access to this URL, then I paste it in the address bar. I launch the vSphere client, and then copy the username and password from my VMware credentials page. Once I've logged in, I see what's deployed by default as part of the AVS SCDC. Here you can see I have one cluster with 3 ESXi hosts. And if I go to the data stores section, you can see I just have one single data store, which is a vSAN data store. If I go to one of my ESXi hosts and go to configure, you'll be able to see that I have 5 VM kernel adapters, and none of them have NVMe over TCP enabled. In order to create 2 new VM kernel adapters that I can then enable NVMe TCP over for connectivity to my Lightbits cluster, I go to my AVS SCDC, I click Storage, External Storage Egress Block, and then I add a /24 CIDR, which does not overlap with any other networks in my environment, including my SCDC, as well as any attached VNets to that SCDC. I then click Save, and this will initiate a deployment that will take around 20 minutes to complete. And by the time I come back, I'll have 2 new VM kernel adapters on 2 new subnets on each of my ESXi hosts in this SCDC. We're back, and you can see the deployment is complete, and now if I navigate to my vCenter, I can see that I have 2 new untagged VMKs per ESXi host that are all on the subnets that I created when I created the external storage address block.